Well, I've got man flu, so I feel as though I've been on the drink and I've got a headache, slightly snuffly, and I'm feeling very tired and fragile and a bit hot when I do any exertions. So I've decided to drive some of the lesser known little roads around Carlisle in North Cumbria. Basically because the Lake District is clouded in. This is the only sort of like transitional bit between the cloud and the sunshine, so might get some good light. So I'm going to photograph some rural pasture land with some big oak trees or wherever they are, and I'll just take some pictures and see what you think. Usual thing, F11, blah blah blah. So I've got two in mind, but this may only be one, because the one I've got to do first is in a valley, and I don't know whether I've got enough time to get to the second one, which is on a higher hill. I should have, and photograph it before the light or the shadows appear and cover it. So as I'm speaking now, the composition I had in mind is now in shadow. Well, I'm photographing, there's it, yeah, pink digit, that tree. So what I'm trying to do is, I've just got the tree in this gap. There's a row of trees there, and where's it gone? Oh, come on, where's it gone? A row of trees there. Looks like a former hedge line that's just like to grow up, but they've taken out the hedge in the middle. So it's a fence line now, so I've just positioned the tree so it's just in between those, that gap there, just to give it a bit more cleaner silhouette. And I'll just sort of like play around with, well, see that I can't go that too wide because that bit of hedge there creeps in. So I'll shoot it about that, mess around with it, the composition, maybe go for the third sky, 2/3, start off at that, and then as the sun goes down I'll take different pictures. And this damn thing here is creeping in now, so a bit closer, so that's probably it. And I've got to be careful because where's it gone? Over there's a windmill that keeps turning around, so I might have to clone that out if the blades flash white, but I can't move further over to the left to obscure that, because then I think the composition's not balanced enough, so I think as the light gets lower, hopefully you'll get a bit more texture in the field here. And there's actually a bank that rolls up, so that should become more prominent. So I'll just take a few shots as it is, and it's clouding in. I was too busy concentrating on doing the vlog when I failed to notice a huge cloud coming over this part of the world and blocking the light to my subject and my composition. So, well, nothing better to do. I'll just hang around and wait and see what happens to this cloud. It should move over. Hopefully it's not one of those standing clouds that just sort of forms and reforms over one particular area. Well, there you are, you can see just beyond the hedge, the tree, the sun's come out. Now I've got to wait for the shadows to lengthen, and hopefully I can get a bit of differential exposure. You know, if you get a shadow in the background and the tree highlighted against it. I thought I'd use a polarizer, and this is why. Hold on a second. See, it increases the contrast of the clouds against the sky. Well, I just tried one with the polarizer on and the polarizer off. The contrast is not too high because there's quite a lot of ambient cloud around, well, high cloud, so the polarizing effect is not as great, or it doesn't look as great on the camera. It looks better through the lens, through the filter itself, than it does on the camera, but I'm sure I'll be able to pull that out in the software. So I'll just wait and see what happens on that, and here's the pictures now. The cow's coming to annoy me. Go away. Go away.